Welcome back to the Manifestation Method, where we take you beyond vision boards and affirmations into the deep, mystical, emotional terrain of what it really means to manifest the life your soul came here for. Today's episode is going to be a powerful one because we're diving into one of the most uncomfortable but profoundly catalytic human experiences: jealousy and envy. Now, what if I told you that jealousy is not a flaw, but rather a flashlight? And that envy isn't a sin, but a sacred signal from your soul? And what if, when you stopped shaming these feelings and started listening to them, they became a portal into expansion, love, self reclamation, and manifestation? But we're not stopping there. In this episode, we're going to be going deep into the Kabbalistic wisdom around these human emotions. We'll explore the spiritual implications of jealousy and the ripple effect of lashon hara, or evil speech. And we'll discuss the truth about what the evil eye is, how it works, and how to protect your light without dimming it. And we'll be discussing where jealousy and envy come from, why we experience these very human emotions to begin with, and how to use them to create more expansion in our lives. This isn't just about mindset, it's soul work. And it might just change the way you see yourself, the way you see others, and the way you manifest forever. So let's go there. Becoming a co-creator with the Creator is your birthright. Together, we'll journey into your deepest authenticity, because the more you align with who you truly are, the more effortlessly you call in the life that you desire and deserve. And most importantly, the more you step into your soul's highest purpose. Welcome to the Manifestation Method podcast, your #1 source for Kabbalistic manifestation. Here we combine the ancient wisdom of Kabbalah, modern psychology, and quantum physics to help you achieve real, tangible manifestation results with my proven Abra method. I'm Ayelet Polonsky, and I'm here to guide you on your journey of manifesting a life that is aligned, expansive, and deeply connected to your highest self through the sacred energetic mechanics of Kabbalistic manifestation. To learn how to use Kabbalistic manifestation to transform your life from the inside out, go to ayeletpolonsky.com or download the Manifestation Method app. Let's open the gates of manifestation together. Okay, let's first get something clear. It's something that most of us often get confused. Jealousy versus envy. They might both feel similar in the body, like a tight chest or a racing in the heart, or maybe a flash of insecurity. But the two carry very different messages. So let's unpack it. Jealousy is the fear of losing something you already have. So it's usually relational. And it shows up when your sense of safety in connection feels threatened. So jealousy might sound something like, uh-oh, she's texting someone else and not me. What if I'm not enough? Right? So jealousy, it clings, it contracts, and it creates stories of abandonment. And jealousy is rooted in scarcity. It's rooted in the story that there's not enough love to go around. Envy, on the other hand, isn't about losing. It's about longing. Envy is the ache of wanting something that somebody else has. So envy often sounds like, Look at her radiance, her career, her partner, her beauty, her confidence. Why not me? And it stings, but not because you're bad or small. Envy stings because something inside of you is waking up. A dormant dream, a hidden desire, a truth about what it is that you truly want. And now here's the thing. Envy often gets a bad rap. We're taught that envy is shameful, that it's petty, that it's a sign of weakness or immaturity, that if I'm envious, there must be something wrong with me. But in the realm of manifestation, and especially in the wisdom of Kabbalah, envy is not a curse, it's a messenger. Envy is a holy spark. It's a whisper from the soul that says, this thing that you're aching for, it's part of your path too. And in Kabbalah, every soul has its unique light, its own divine mission. But sometimes we see someone else shining brightly, and instead of remembering our own spark, we compare, we contract, we forget. But envy, if we pause and listen, can be the reminder that this is what you want. This is what's possible. This is what your soul came here to create. So instead of shaming it, thank it. Trace it back to the deeper longing underneath and let it show you what your soul is ready to expand into. Because envy, actually, when it's alchemized, becomes vision. It becomes fuel. It becomes prayer. And that's really powerful. So if someone in your orbit has manifested something that you want, whether it be love, success, a child, a platform, inner peace, right? It's not punishment that they manifested it. It's simply proximity. You're simply seeing it because you're close to it energetically. If you weren't ready for that frequency, you wouldn't even register it on your radar. So rather than spiraling into self-judgment or comparison, pause and ask yourself, what is this desire revealing about my next level? And where am I still denying myself what I want? Because desire, when it's aligned with your soul, it's sacred. In fact, in Hebrew, the word ratzon means both will and desire. And it's also how the world was created. God desired, and the universe responded. So your desires are not selfish, but they're actually how the Creator whispers to you. So here's a quick and easy 3-step process for how you can transmute envy into manifestation fuel. Step 1 would be to name it without shame. Say to yourself, or write it down, I felt envy when I saw, fill in the blank. It showed me deeply that I want XYZ. Let it be a mirror, not a weapon. Step 2, and this is always the secret sauce to the work that I offer, is visualize it as it's already yours. Feel the experience in your body. Embody the version of you who already has it. This process magnetizes your desire into your field. And step 3, bless the one who has what you want. This is a hard one, but probably one of the most powerful. Instead of comparing what you don't have to what the other person does, say a silent prayer to yourself for the other person. You can say, thank you for showing me what's possible. I'm next, and I bless the one who has it. This, in essence, flips your energy from scarcity to abundance, from victimhood to creation. Now, let's talk about jealousy and envy in the context of Kabbalah, because Kabbalah teaches that everything is energy and everything is a reflection. So when envy arises, it's not a failure. You didn't do something wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. It's simply feedback. It's information. It's information saying that something inside of me is waking up to my next expansion. These people who you see, who you feel envious of, they're called expanders. They're expanding something in you that you see for yourself. So if you can meet that moment with curiosity, with compassion, and with consciousness, then envy stops being a shadow and it becomes a sacred guide. It becomes a portal to alignment. Hi, Ayelet here. I just wanted to pop in and say I am so excited to officially introduce the Manifestation Method portal, membership, and app. This is your home for all things Kabbalistic manifestation. You'll get access to my monthly live workshops, soul deep hypno activations and attunements, all of our manifestation courses, and our global community of manifestors. And the best part? It's just $26 a month. That's less than a latte a week. Come manifest alongside me and start creating the life you desire and deserve. Head over to ayeletpolonsky.com to join us. So again, I'm just naming something radical here, and I'm inviting you to internalize this radical thing with me. And that is that envy is not bad. It's not a sign that you're not spiritual. It's not proof that you're bitter, behind, or broken. Envy is a deeply human emotion, and it shows up when you see someone else having or embodying something that your soul is deeply longing for. And so the first key is this. Again, don't shame the feeling. Decode it. It's just information. Envy is your soul's way of saying that thing that you see in that other person, that can be meant for you too. Again, it's a flashlight illuminating a desire that might have been buried under years of conditioning, fear, or self-abandonment. Right? It's never about the other person. It's about you coming home to your dormant desire. This manifestation work is never about the other person. It's about rerouting that arrow, stopping to point fingers at somebody else, and rerouting that finger, rerouting that arrow back to yourself to say to yourself, oh, what is this telling me about me? What is this feeling telling me about what I'm neglecting in myself, what I'm longing for? Because all this information exists in your body. Envy is not just a thought, it's a sensation. It can be a contraction in the chest, or a punch in the gut, or maybe sometimes it's a wave of shame behind the eyes. So often it's just your body's way of saying, there's a part of me here that needs some love. There's a part of me that's been neglected. There's a part that wants to feel chosen and radiant and enough. And you get to choose you by doing this sacred work. And so what if you paused to ask yourself the next time you felt envy, where do I feel this envy in my body? What version of me is aching to be seen by me? And what do I believe is lacking? Almost always, there's a younger part of you, maybe 7 years old, maybe 17, who learned somewhere along the way that you weren't allowed to shine, that you had to shrink, that you had to dim your light, or that the only way you would earn love is by playing small. And so when envy rises, that same part is knocking on the door, asking for your attention, not for your rejection. So stop shaming this very human experience that the Creator entrusted you with. Where did envy and jealousy come from? Right? All human emotions exist on a spectrum, and they're all God sent. So stop shaming the envy and start tending to it. Now let's zoom into to the mystical side of things, right? Because Kabbalah teaches that jealousy, or also known as kina in Hebrew, is not just an emotional reaction, but rather it's an energetic contraction. It's like a trembling in the soul. And it flares up when we perceive that someone else is carrying more divine light than we are. Maybe they're carrying more beauty, more abundance, more love, more success. And at the core of that perception is a spiritual illusion that says God's light is limited. It says that someone else's gain is somehow your loss. It says that the universe is handing out blessings on a first come, first served basis, and you missed your chance. This is the biggest lie you can tell yourself, because here's the radical truth of Kabbalah. No soul can receive what is meant for another. Not a partner, not a purpose, not a penny. What is divinely yours cannot be intercepted. Your soul came into this world with a unique vessel, a kli, and it's designed precisely for your unique light, for your unique mission, and for your unique miracles. So when jealousy arises, it's not a moral failure. It's simply a forgetting. It's a momentary lapse in remembering who you are and who you belong to. It's the soul calling out that you've forgotten your design. Come home. Come home and bask in the light of the Creator. And now the Zohar distinguishes actually between two kinds of jealousy. There's what's called kina, which is known as destructive jealousy, which is born from ego and scarcity. And this is the kind of jealousy that corrodes connection, that leads to gossip, that leads to comparison, and even can lead to having an evil eye. And it pulls us out of alignment with source energy. But then there's the paradigm shift into a different type of jealousy known as kina storah, holy jealousy. And this is the kind that stirs your soul awake. It says that if I see his or her light, it's because I'm meant to remember my own. They are simply a mirror reflecting back to me what's possible for me. And this kind of jealousy is actually a divine nudge. It's a sacred whisper from the infinite, reminding you of what's possible. So the spiritual invitation here is not to suppress jealousy or to shame it, but rather to elevate it, to transmute it, to turn it into holy yearning. Because when you witness someone else's radiance or their love story, or you see their platform or their success or their glow, it's not a threat to your being. Nobody can threaten your being. They're simply a mirror. They are proof that the vibration exists in your field. And if it exists in your field, it can exist in your reality too. So in this way, jealousy then becomes a portal to your next becoming, an invitation to reclaim what you've disowned, to rise into the version of you that's already worthy, already chosen, already drenched in divine favor. So I invite you to the next time jealousy arises, don't run from it. Sit with it. Ask it what it's here to teach you. And then use it, not as a weapon against yourself or others, but as a compass guiding you back to your soul's path and to what's meant for you. So I often like to break down this process of how we can actually transmute envy into expansion into a 5-step alchemy process. Step 1, witness the envy with compassion. Pause, breathe, say to yourself, I'm feeling envy, and that's okay. Simply naming the emotion helps to reduce its charge, and it opens up space for healing. Step 2, reclaim the projection. This means asking yourself, what is it about this person that I'm longing to embody too? Is it their confidence, their freedom, their softness? Because this isn't about them. It's about you remembering your own reflection. And the third step is listen for the desire underneath the ache. Because envy is desire in disguise. So ask yourself, what does this ache reveal about what I truly want? What part of me is being called into more self-love, more worthiness, more courage? And step 4 is to, like I said earlier, bless what you want. So silently bless the one you're envious of. It can sound like, I bless her love, I bless her wealth, I bless your glow. Doing this according to Kabbalah opens and expands your vessel to receive more, because what you bless, you invite in. And step 5, take inspired action. This is really important because envy without movement becomes bitterness. But on the flip side, envy with action becomes expansion. So ask yourself, what is one soul-led step I can take toward this desire today? You move from observer to creator in this way. Now let's go even deeper a little bit, okay? Now, Kabbalah teaches that jealousy isn't just a feeling, it's a force, it's a frequency. And if that force is not acknowledged and alchemized, it seeks expression. And untransmuted jealousy, unexpressed jealousy, doesn't just sit quietly inside of you. I mean, I think we can all vouch, we've all been there, we've experienced this, that when we just let it sit or we suppress it, it tends to fester and it tends to leak. And where does this energy most often leak into? It leaks through lashon hara, or what's known in Hebrew as harmful speech. This can be seen as judgment of another person, gossiping with your friends or family, using sarcasm, passive aggression, or a type of comparison energy, right? It's when we start to talk about people to other people instead of talking to the Creator directly. It's when we speak from our wounds instead of our worth. It's when we try to shrink what triggers us because deep down we've forgotten that we are expansive too. And yes, gossiping sometimes makes us feel better about ourselves because what does it do essentially? By me wronging the other person, it helps me feel righteous. It helps me feel right. By me shaming another person or making them small, it makes me, it protects my ego and allows my ego to inflate just enough so I don't feel bad about the fact that I don't have what they have. Just to put a mirror in front of us to see where this mechanism of lashon hara, or harmful speech, is coming from. But here's the mystical consequence of all this. When we speak from jealousy, when we tear down others to soothe our own discomfort, we're actually contracting our vessel. We're narrowing our energetic field. We dim the light that we're actually meant to hold. And even worse is that we block our own blessings. And this is why Kabbalah says that Lashon Hara doesn't just hurt the one that's being spoken about, but it hurts the speaker, right? The mouth in Kabbalah is a channel for manifestation. It's a portal for bringing light into the world. What we speak, we create. Words carry vibrational frequency. And according to Kabbalah, every word we speak carries an angel into the realm of infinite possibilities, or the quantum field, and it gets coded in that realm and comes back down as a manifestation in the 3D. So when we speak Lashon Hara in the form of jealousy, what you're doing is you're clogging a portal. You're misaligning your own opportunity for abundance. And then there's also Ain Hara, or the evil eye. And this is not a curse in the Hollywood sense, but it's an energetic reality, especially for those who really believe in Ain Hara. Because Ain Hara arises when someone projects envy or resentment towards another person's light. And so what Ain Hara does, because there's an energetic behind everything. Remember, Kabbalah says that everything is energy. So when you use what you're seeing in another person in a negative way, it sends out a frequency that distorts. And again, not because there's inherent evil here, but because you're unaware of the power that you have through your speech, through your eyes. And so unprocessed jealousy becomes a projection. And those projections can create real energetic interference. So what's the anecdote for all of this? Again, I'm going to hone this point in more and more because it's so important. The anecdote is awareness, compassion, transmutation. It's to meet jealousy early when it's still a subtle whisper, when it hasn't yet become this unbearable emotion that is now used as a weapon. The anecdote is to hold it like a messenger, not a monster. It's to say, something in me is hurting, and something in me longs to remember who I truly am. And then to bless what triggers you, because it's all sacred information. It's divine information here to reroute you back to who you truly are. Okay, so again, turn your gaze inward and ask yourself, what part of me feels left behind? What truth am I being called to reclaim? Because you are far too powerful to let unprocessed envy dim your radiance. Again, you're not here to leak, you're here to shine. You're here to bless. You're here to co-create with the divine. So let your energy be one of light. Let your words be spells of light. Let your jealousy be your teacher. Let your energy be clean, clear, and aligned so that the blessings that are yours by design can finally land. So here's what I want to leave you with. Envy is not the enemy of manifestation. It's the initiation. It's your soul saying, there's something here that's meant for you too. You are ready to want more. You are ready to remember your worth, your power, and your permission to receive. Let's stop judging envy and start working with it. Let's let it break us open instead of shut us down. And let's transmute it into clarity, devotion, desire, and action. Because in the sacred language of your soul, envy simply means you're expanding. So pay attention. And I'd love to leave you with a simple blessing. May you meet your jealousy with compassion, not shame. May you see envy not as a flaw, but as guidance. May you remember that what's meant for you cannot miss you. And may you stay anchored in your truth, clear in your energy, and open to the blessings that are already on their way. And it is so. If this episode stirred something in you, share it with a friend. Let's normalize the sacred work of emotional alchemy. You never know who needs to hear this today. And if you want to go deeper into this work, check out my membership, where I go even deeper with exclusive content, live workshops, hypno activations, courses, and so much more. Just head out to ayeletpolonsky.com to find out more, or just come say hi on Instagram and let me know what you thought about this episode. I love hearing from you. Until next time, here's to your rising. If you enjoyed this episode, let's keep the conversation going inside the Manifestation Method Portal app, your #1 destination for Kabbalistic manifestation. Inside, you'll unlock the secrets of manifestation through my proven Abra method, rooted in Kabbalah, psychology, and quantum physics, designed to help you manifest real, tangible results from the inside out. Join our global community of manifestors, explore our signature courses, monthly live manifestation workshops with me, Ayelet, and access our transformational hypno activations and attunements to rewire limiting beliefs and align with your soul's purpose. The app is available now on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To sign up, head over to ayeletpolonsky.com. Becoming a co-creator with the Creator is your birthright. Let's manifest the life you desire and deserve together.